Welcome back to another video. Now, before I get into this week's video, I'd like to talk about why it is so special. Basically, this video is part of a big collaboration with 24 other builders, so 25 in total, and the idea behind it is that every day of December until Christmas, somebody uploads a Christmas movie themed mock video, and this can be of any Christmas movie, and the movie that I chose is Klaus, and it is a Netflix movie that came out last year, and it was actually nominated for an Academy Award, and I think it's a very good movie, so I built a workshop from that movie. So without further ado, but wait, there is a do, because I'd like to tell you to check out the link in the description where you can check out the links to every one of the channels of the participants in this collab. You can check out a playlist that has all of the videos up to date, and you can also check out tomorrow's video up at the very top of the description, and I recommend that you go check out every single one of these because every builder in this collab did a very good job. And yeah, let's get on with the video now because there is no more ado now.
Actually, Lucy, my trouble is Christmas. I just don't understand it. Instead of feeling happy, I feel sort of let down.
I know how you feel about all this Christmas business, getting depressed and all that. It happens to me every year.
Okay, so you can see that this mock is pretty big, but I'd like to start with the base. You can see that it is a freeform base because on the sides and on the front you have some rock work / terrain, and you can see that most of the rock work is just slopes and parts, some snot techniques, and then I even used a few mixel ball joints to give the rock work some angles. And then I also included this path in the snow that leads up to the actual workshop, and I included a bunch of dead plants there, and I used dark tan incorporated with the white to represent the path, and I included the postman Jesper walking up to the workshop, and I really like the way this path turned out. And you can see that the trees, there are two types of trees. There's this dead tree technique that I used for my Umbrella Academy mock, which I tried to perfect to give it the more dead vibe, and I used this by using Technic axle and these brown Technic elements that look like tree branches and tree trunks and such. And then I included a few white studs to give the effect of snow, and I included two of these actually. And then you have two more big pine trees, and for the pine trees, it's not that hard to make. You have just this big base, which is just a bunch of 2x2 and 1x1 round bricks stacked up, and then you have this cone piece at the bottom to hold the leaves, and then you use a technique called leaf weaving, and you start with 6, then 5, then 4, and you work your way up to 3, and then you can just weave them together. I'm not going to show it in this video, but if you'd like to try it, the technique is by somebody called Dan the Fan, so the link to his channel will also be in the description, but I haven't seen a video by him explaining it, so if you'd like to learn it, you can check out TD Bricks video, which the link will probably show up in the iCard, and if it doesn't, his channel and this video will also be linked in the description, so I suggest you check it out if you want to learn the technique. And then you have some white studs on the trees also to represent the snow, and a few translucent studs to represent ice. But then you can see that leading up to the actual house on the left, you have Klaus himself, and to make him, I basically used Hagrid's body, and then I gave him gray hair and a gray beard because that's how he is in the show, and he's holding a big axe and he's chopping some wood like you can see him in the movie sometimes doing. And then you have the actual workshop, and for this workshop I didn't include an interior, which is why I tried to make the exterior as detailed as possible. So you can see that the first section I used a mixture of nougat and dark tan in the form of mostly masonry bricks, but a few other kinds of modified bricks and regular bricks, and I like the effect that it creates, the textured effect, and I like the blend of the dark tan and the nougat. And I included this pretty detailed snot door for the actual door of the workshop, and it even has a tiny window in the center, and then you have a few lights hanging from the sides of it. And then the top section of the workshop is a mixture of a combination of different techniques, and you have one where you can include a 1x4 tile in any color at a diagonal when you put an inverted slope and a slope on either side of it, and it creates this paneling effect, which I used and I accomplished there. And then on top of that I used the empty hinges, the rotating piece, I don't know what it's called, and I put it over some tan, and it creates another nice texture. And then at the very top there is this window placed on its side, and I don't know if that's too modern compared to the rest of the build, but I like the way it looks. And then I included some dark tan for the roof, and there's also this very small chimney at the very top. And then the back The back is weird because I had planned to make an interior and to make the workshop actually bigger, and that's why I used this brown paneling at the back, because I wanted to look presentable so I could have the back exposed. But then I realized two things. One is that I didn't have enough parts to make the rest of the thing, which is why there is no interior and the workshop isn't actually complete. You can only see the front of it. And two, that most of the interior is at the back of the MOC, and if I wanted to make it accurate enough, I couldn't have the back exposed, so I basically built too big of a base in the end, and so yeah, it was kind of pointless. But before I end the video, I just want to remind you guys to check out the description, where you can find, as I said earlier, all the participants and a link to the playlist with all the videos, because it is really worth watching. Go check out my Instagram, it's also in the description. It's at z.bricks, so that you don't miss the behind the scenes and the updates and other pictures that I post on there, because yeah, if you have Instagram, you should go consider checking out my Instagram. But that's all I have to say for this video, so take care, have a Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Holidays, enjoy your holidays, and yeah, see you.